What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to come on here real quick to share this. This came out right after the market closed today, which is 6/9/26. And this is about Keel Infrastructure. And I just want to read over this with you guys just to give you an update about, they finally today marked the day they closed their convertible note offering. So if we look over here, Keel Infrastructure announces closing of 458 million of convertible senior notes. And that already is an uptick. You can tell they had a pretty substantial amount of interest. At first it was 350 million. Then we heard it was 400 million. Now you can see the deal closed at about 458 million of convertible senior notes. So if we go down here to the summary, it says approximately 445.4 million in net proceeds to Keel after deducting the initial purchaser's discount. Initial conversion price of approximately $7.41 per share of common stock, which represents an approximate 25% premium to the last reported sale price of $5.93 per share of common stock on the NASDAQ. Use of proceeds. Sorry, phone vibrating. Use of proceeds. The companies. So this, I found this interesting. And let me know what you guys think. So use of proceeds here. It says the company's existing liquidity is expected to be sufficient to develop Panther Creek, Sharon, and Moses Lake through leasing. The proceeds from this offering are expected to improve the company's flexibility to make value-add investments across the company's current developments. Keel intends to use the net proceeds as follows. A portion of the net proceeds from this offering was used to fund the cost of entering into the capped call transaction described above, which was the offering. The remaining net proceeds will be used for general corporate purposes, which may include funding deposits for long lead equipment and/or collateralizing letters of credit or letters of credit related to expanding and/or accelerating data center development projects. So what I got out of this is, so if you've been following the channel at all, I've been telling you guys, that the interviews that I've seen of Ben, he said, our balance sheet is strong. We don't seem to need any further funding for the development of, our properties. And that's kind of what they go over here. But they say that the money that they just raised could be used for, equipment rentals, basically demolition, and accelerating other data center development projects. So just an interesting thing there. And then it goes on to say additional information, just goes on more into depth about the offering itself. But let me know what you guys get out of this. I kind of found it interesting. We'll see, when it refers here to expanding and/or accelerating data center development projects. Could that mean, jumping into leases? Could that mean, accelerating the build out because of the leases that they're going to sign? These people are going to want the build outs to be, pretty quick and pretty on par with, as fast as they can. And, if we go back to what Keel has said, they want their data centers to be, at least a couple of them, to be operational by next year, by the, I think the third quarter of 2027. So that's another thing to take in note as well. But you can see, man, they raised at basically the top. They raised at $5.70 or $5.93, $5.93 per share of common stock on June 4th. So they literally raised at the perfect time. So shout out to them for picking the top on it and getting it nailed down when they could get the most out of it. But again, just wanted to hop on here and give you guys a quick update. Let me know what you think below. Let me know how you feel about this offering. And they did post on their Twitter how, they had a lot of interest in this offering and, more interest than they expected. That's kind of why we've seen the uptick in the amount that was offered. So anyway, guys, just wanted to come on here real quick, let you guys know as I get the updates. I want to share them to you guys. And like I said, this was posted right after the market closed on the 9th today. So wanted to get it out there pretty quick. If you haven't, go watch my most recent video I posted. Kind of a personal video. I think you guys would like it. Get to know me a little better. But anyway, guys, See you on the next one. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow.